Dear students, we were discussing with chapter 2, food through digestive tract. In last class, we discussed that the process of digestion ends in small intestine and also the process of absorption begins from small intestine. So today we shall discuss the more details about how the absorption process takes place in small intestine. So we already know that small intestine is a long tube which is about 5 to 6 meters long, and the inner wall of small intestine is having finger-like projections called villi. So look at this diagram. Just imagine this is a part of small intestine, and here you can see from the inner wall of small intestine, small finger-like projections are there, and these finger-like projections are called villi. Then what is the role of this villi in the process of absorption? Let us find out. So I'll tell you an easy example. Just consider you are taking two ropes. So this is a rope and you are placing just like this, and you are taking one another rope and keeping like this. So both these ropes are kept in the same distance, but which one is having more area? Which one is having more area? Whether this one or this one? Yes, this one is having more area, or this one covers more area. It's because if you are keeping this rope in a straight way, it will cover more distance than this rope. So just like this, to increase the surface area for absorption, small finger-like projections called villi is seen in the inner wall of small intestine. So what is the function of villi? The function of villi is to increase the area for absorption. Now we shall learn about the structure of villi. So we already know that villi are small finger-like projections seen at the inner wall of small intestine. So this is a single villus, and here you can see this is the exact structure of a villus, and it consists of blood capillaries and also lacteal. So where is the blood capillaries? Yes, these are the blood capillaries which is given in blue and red color. So these are the blood capillaries, and then it also consists of lacteal. So where is the lacteal? Yes, this is the lacteal. So lacteal means lymph capillary which carries the lymph. Blood capillary means it carries blood. Lymph capillary or lacteal that carries lymph. And also you can see the structure of villi is covered with a single layer of cells. So here you can see the structure of villi is covered with a single layer of cells. Here there is only a single layer. So what is the benefit of this? This single layer of cells helps in improving the process of absorption of nutrients. If there is a multi-layer of cells, the process of absorption will be less, or it will be difficult. So if there is only a single layer, we know that the process of absorption of nutrients will be more easier and fast. So the blood capillaries helps in absorbing glucose, fructose, galactose and amino acids. So we already studied in last class about the end product of various nutrients. So which are the end products of carbohydrate? Yes, glucose, fructose and galactose. And the end product of protein is amino acid. So glucose, fructose, galactose are the end products of carbohydrate, and amino acid is the end product of protein. So all these items are absorbed through the blood capillaries. Glucose, fructose, galactose and amino acid are absorbed through blood capillaries. And what about lacteal? Lacteal helps in the absorption of fatty acid and glycerol. So fatty acid and glycerol is the end product of fat. So fatty acid and glycerol are absorbed through lacteal. So we can say that the water soluble simple nutrients are absorbed through blood capillaries, and the water insoluble fatty acid and glycerol is absorbed through lacteal or lymph capillary.